This is Raúl Hurtado's English podcast, and this is episode 6. This episode is about Every Once in a While, a rock song about envy and peace.
Every once in a while, they tend just to discard that things go wrong. And you fall down, and life becomes hard.
Every Once in a While began 4 years ago when I heard that one of my cousins was doing very well at her job. I noticed that this made me envious, and I thought that something was not right, that this way of feeling was wrong, and interestingly, that this envy was probably telling me something about myself. At that time, I couldn't understand what this feeling was telling me, so I stopped thinking about the whole thing. However, the experience became an inspiration to write a song, and so shortly after, I began writing Every Once in a While. I can notice today in certain parts of the song that I was actually quite upset. When I sing, "What is this? How can it be that your success makes me so angry?" This is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Not knowing what was going on inside me, feeling envy didn't make sense. Besides, it was my own cousin. Wouldn't it make more sense to feel happy that things were actually doing great for her? While writing the song, and to my surprise, I remembered that I had also felt from time to time a sense of happiness once I heard that someone had failed to achieve something. This could be failing to get a promotion at work, to achieve a personal goal, or something as ordinary as failing to get a comment on social media. So back to the story, I had felt envy when I heard that someone was successful, and I had also felt a sense of joy. I would call it a cruel joy, when I heard that someone had failed to achieve something. After that, I think I quickly made the connection between these two experiences. And so I realized that envy and this cruel joy were actually both sides of the same coin. That whenever I felt envy, I would also feel this cruel joy, given that I'd find out that someone had failed to achieve something. What else were envy and the cruel joy telling me? Something was pointing toward the fact that the right thing to feel was happiness at the news of someone's success. That this was the natural reaction God would expect from all of us. But here I was, envious. Why wasn't I feeling happy for my cousin's success? Was this actually telling me something about my own life? The answer to this last question was that it probably was telling me something. But what exactly? One question took to another one, and I don't know how, I finally came to an interesting one. Am I doing what I feel in my heart I should be doing in life? Not knowing what to answer, I thought the answer was probably no. Because if I knew that I was following my heart's calling, then I would most likely answer a resolute yes. I finished writing Every Once in a While in 2016 and came back to the song in early 2020 when I decided to finally record it. 4 years had gone by and many things had changed in my life. As time had passed, it was a great opportunity to ask myself the same question that I made myself 4 years before. Am I doing what I feel in my heart I should be doing in life? To my surprise, this time, I was inclined toward a yes. And I don't say that it was a resolute yes, because I felt there was a pinch of doubt inside me. However, my inclination toward a yes was actually a great thing to know. Now, if I had this inclination toward a yes, this, of course, was because I knew beforehand what my heart's calling is. What is then my heart's calling? I think it has to do with making music that talks about God, Jesus, and everything that makes our spiritual lives grow. With Every Once in a While, this would make 5 songs that I had properly recorded and released, songs that talk each about something related with God or about nurturing our spiritual lives. And although I am far from being a famous artist, this doesn't matter, because the satisfaction of doing what I feel I should be doing in life is by itself the biggest reward. Of course, the fame, the prestige, the money, being able to make a living out of music, all that would be nice, but that's not the main goal. If that never comes, at least I will always get to keep the happiness of knowing that I have done my job before God. My heart's calling took me then to a key point: working for the expansion of God's kingdom. I quickly understood that envy and the irrational joy we feel whenever someone fails to achieve something is actually an indicator that I don't truly understand that we all have a mission to accomplish before God, and that our personal contributions add up for God's greater glory and are absolutely necessary to expand His kingdom on earth. I believe that only until God carries out all His plans through man will He be able to regain His kingdom on earth, a kingdom that it's meant to have its place in every one of us. Now, if I feel jealous because someone does what he loves and is successful in it, then it's a sign that I am not doing my part in expanding God's kingdom. The same would happen if I feel joy whenever someone falls in life. Why? Because if I were following my heart's calling, plus doing this with the sole intention that it helps expand God's kingdom, then I would feel happy whenever someone follows his own calling and is successful in life. And if someone is apparently happy and successful or is affected badly because of doing things that are contrary to God, the right attitude from our side would be to pray that they find the way back to Him, that they discover that working for the expansion of God's kingdom in our personal calling is what truly makes man happy, for this gives man a peace the world cannot give. Now, this takes me to the last point. There is no need then to compare ourselves with others, because my mission is not someone else's mission, and someone else's mission, be it to do something big or small in the eyes of others, is just as important before God. God does not repeat Himself, and what I am called to do is particular to my life, but just as important as what God wants to accomplish through someone else. Let's close the episode with Every Once in a While. My name is Raúl Hurtado. Thank you for joining me, and see you in the next episode with another great song.
Every once in a while they come together, hand in hand, envy and rage to fill me everywhere. Every once in a while when someone has success, I feel distressed and I wish their unhappiness. What is this? What could it be that makes me dream of days of darkness? What is this? How can it be that your success makes me so angry? I feel so lost, it just doesn't make sense. Every once in a while they come together, hand in hand, cruelty and joy to fill me everywhere. Every once in a while when someone falls in love, I feel a need, intoxicating happiness. What is this? What could it be that makes me wish more days of darkness? What is this? How can it be that your demise makes me so happy, jubilant and joyful? Every once in now, while they tempt us to this are the things go wrong, and you fall down, and life becomes hard. Every once in now, while I wish they never bothered us again, that you did well, that your joy were my joy, and I may never